When one side holds the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, and the other is an ancient god cursed by love and loneliness, this isn't just a battle, it is a war of titans. Marvel's most unstable yet unstoppable force, Sentry, faces off against Hancock, a powerhouse with no rules, no memory, and no mercy. Both have strength that can shake the world, but only one can stand tall at the end. Can Hancock survive the wrath of the void, or will Sentry prove once again why even gods fear him? Let's find out in this ultimate showdown. The origins of power. Sentry, also known as Robert Reynolds, is one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. His story begins with a failed experiment gone right or terribly wrong. A drug meant to be 100,000 times more powerful than the super soldier serum gives him the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. Think Superman, but on a psychological roller coaster. His strength, speed, invulnerability, flight, telepathy, energy projection, and regeneration are only rivaled by cosmic beings. But the twist? Sentry? His greatest enemy is himself, the Void, a dark manifestation of his subconscious that destroys as much as Sentry saves. Hancock, portrayed by Will Smith, is a superhero unlike any other. He wakes up in a hospital with no memory, no purpose, and a tendency to cause more destruction than protection. But behind the rough exterior and his sarcastic attitude lies a godlike being. Hancock possesses flight, super strength, invulnerability, and speed, with a centuries-old origin tied to a divine race. The closer he gets to his soulmate, the weaker he becomes, making love his kryptonite. Unlike Sentry, Hancock does have a dual personality. His battle is with isolation and loss of purpose. Sentry is Marvel's attempt to create an all-powerful hero with a dark edge. He's been part of major Marvel events and has fought Thor, Hulk, and even tore Ares apart. Hancock, though not part of a comic universe, stands alone as a powerful cinematic icon. His character evolves emotionally rather than through galactic wars. So while Sentry's background is tied to cosmic narratives, Hancock's is a lone wolf tale filled with tragedy and rediscovery. Physical strength and abilities. When it comes to raw power, Sentry has displayed feats like ripping a planet in half, stopping a celestial's hand, and overpowering gods. He once tore through carnage with zero effort. Hancock, on the other hand, casually throws whales back into the ocean, punches trains off their rails, and flies through buildings without a scratch. But compared to Sentry's cosmic-level destruction, Hancock seems more grounded, still godlike, but not galactic. Sentry can travel at light speed and even faster when in space. His reactions are almost instantaneous, allowing him to combat speedsters and teleporters. Hancock's flight is more chaotic but incredibly fast, possibly supersonic. He can catch missiles, outfly helicopters, and launch himself into the stratosphere. But light speed reactions, that is Sentry territory. Sentry is practically immortal. He can regenerate from atoms, even after being torn apart. When the Void is dominant, he becomes even harder to kill. Hancock is nearly indestructible. Bullets bounce off, grenades don't phase him, and he survives crashes that would vaporize a normal human. But the difference, Sentry can reform from complete obliteration. Hancock can Sentry has immense energy projection, enough to destroy planets and warp matter. He's also telepathic and can resist or manipulate mental attacks. Hancock does show any energy-based powers or psychic abilities. He relies on brute force and flight. Sentry dominates in versatility here. Mental state and weaknesses. What makes Sentry terrifying is also what makes him vulnerable. The Void is his dark half born from his own fear and insecurity. It's not just a villain, it is him. Sentry can lose control at any moment and turn from savior to destroyer. His unstable mind has caused more destruction than his fists. Even the Avengers fear unleashing him for this reason. Hancock's weakness isn't mental instability, but emotional vulnerability. The closer he gets to his soulmate, Mary, the weaker he becomes. Physically, he starts losing his powers. His loneliness is both a curse and a shield. When he is alone, he is unstoppable. When he's in love, he is mortal. Sentry's limitation is internal and uncontrollable. He could become the Void without warning and decimate entire city. Hancock, on the other hand, has full control over his powers unless he chooses to get emotionally close. Between the two, Sentry is more dangerous to himself and others. Hancock's weakness is manageable. Sentry's, not so much. Sentry has only truly died when he allowed himself to be killed. Even then, he returned. He's been killed by Thor once, but it took divine thunder, immense strength, and even then it was permanent. Hancock has never been shown dying, but theoretically, if he were kept near Mary too long, he could become mortal and be taken out. Both are near unkillable, but Sentry regenerates even from death. Fight scenario: earth-shaking battle. Let's place this fight in a neutral location, no emotional attachments, no loved ones nearby, and both combatants fully charged. It's a city-leveling battle, somewhere isolated but destructible. Imagine a showdown in the Grand Canyon or a remote desert with nothing but sky above and rocks below. Hancock starts with a sonic boom punch, launching himself towards Sentry. The impact shatters the ground, creating a crater. But Sentry doesn't flinch. He responds with an energy blast that sends Hancock flying miles away. Hancock recovers midair and counters with a barrage of punches, but Sentry moves faster, dodging mid-strike and delivering a blow that sends Hancock into orbit. Hancock returns, crashing like a meteor. The two trade blows at lightning speed, their fists colliding like thunderclaps. Buildings collapse. Shockwaves ripple across continents, but Sentry is just getting started. He unleashes a solar flare-level energy burst, incinerating the terrain. Hancock is burned, but not down. Bleeding slightly, a rare sight, he grins and goes in full force, breaking the sound barrier. Suddenly, Sentry's eyes go black. The void has entered. He becomes erratic, ruthless, and godlike. His punches now twist gravity. His presence darkens the sky. Hancock feels it. He outmatched. Every hit now tears through his skin. Hancock is pushed to his limit, and it's clear Sentry isn't holding back anymore. Hancock tries a desperate move, using a mountain as a weapon, slamming it into Sentry. It only delays the inevitable. Sentry reforms instantly, eyes glowing. He grabs Hancock, flies him beyond the atmosphere, and slams him into the moon. Hancock's body lies motionless for a few seconds, but he's not done yet. Final verdict: who would win? Sentry surpasses Hancock in almost every stat: speed, power, durability, energy, and regeneration. He is a Marvel-level threat who's gone toe-to-toe with Hulk, Thor, and cosmic forces. Hancock is powerful, but he's not on a universal scale. He is street-level godlike. Sentry is galactic. Sentry's greatest weakness is also his greatest strength. When the void takes control, there is no stopping him. Hancock's mental state remains intact, but he lacks the chaos and ferocity of Sentry's duality. If Sentry keeps control, he wins. If he loses control, he still wins, but the world loses with him. In a controlled scenario, Sentry beats Hancock decisively. In an emotionally charged one where Hancock is close to Mary and weakened, he would even last minutes. The only way Hancock could stand a chance is by using his wit and unpredictability, but against Sentry, that's like throwing pebbles at a hurricane. Sentry wins hands down. He is faster, stronger, nearly immortal, and endlessly regenerating. Hancock puts up a good fight, maybe even surprises him once or twice, but the gap in scale is too massive. It's like pitting a demigod against a reality-bending force. Hancock may be tough, but Sentry is terrifying. Sentry defeats Hancock with overwhelming cosmic power. While Hancock is a near-immortal force of nature, Sentry is a being of pure energy, madness, and god-tier strength. In any version of the battle, Sentry walks away victorious. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.